Did you struggle to wait on God concerning your future husband? Sister. Yes. You can be young and fly and love the Lord. Does that make sense? Tricky. So revealing, so immodest. And when that didn't happen, I was like, God, you're late. I mean, I must have done something right, okay? You know what I'm saying? No, let's do it again. Hi everyone, and welcome back to the fabulous life of a church girl. So today is the first episode of our new segment on here called Ask Ashley. Yay! Applause, please. So I wanted to start this new segment called Ask Ashley, where you guys can ask me any kind of questions, ask me for advice. Everything is gonna be anonymous, and you guys sent me a few questions I asked on Instagram, so I chose a few DMs because some of you guys asked questions that I want to discuss later in another video, but I chose four questions. I chose 4 questions that I'm going to answer today and Ask Ashley. So let's go. Okay, so the first question was, did you struggle to wait on God concerning your future husband? Sister. Yes. Yes, I struggled. No, but you guys, look, it's not like I struggled. I wanted to make a video anyways about a few mistakes that I made while I waited and prayed for my future husband, for my spouse. I wanted to make a video on that because I don't mind sharing my mistakes. I mean, I must have done something right, okay? You know what I'm saying? No, I must have done something right, but I also did a few things wrong, and this is something I'm seeing now that I'm in it, you know? So I would love to share all my mistakes that I made, but one thing was struggling to wait, guys. The struggle could be real at some point. So let me give you some insight without taking away too much from my other video that I'm planning in the back of my head. So I had like some supernatural faith. I had this man of my prayers. I wanted this godly baza, speaking in tongues, a big football looking, tall, dark, handsome guy in mind. You know, let's say it's a vision. I had a vision of this man that I wanted, and I had a date. I had everything set out the way I wanted it, when I wanted him to come, how I wanted him to come, because I don't go out, so he needed to come to my doorstep. No, no, I never leave my house. Like, I had the whole thing set up in my mind, and when like I got to the age of 24, I wanted to get married by 24. I wanted to get married in 2018. I decided that in 2012, guys, okay? And when that didn't happen, I was like, God, you're late. You're not on my schedule. So this is when I started struggling, when my own desire, when my flesh, when my own will was getting more than the will of God. You know, that's when I started to struggle a lot, and this is when I started to do some unnecessary things. let's just keep it like that, okay? So question number 2, how can I be young but still enjoy, it was said like this, enjoy life? So you know, you can be young and fly and love the Lord. There's no law against it. It's not a sin, and it's not an abomination in the eyes of the Lord. I think the best life that you can live is a life for Christ. But of course, it's not fun when you don't have people to enjoy it with. So you definitely need some godly friends. You definitely need some Christian friends. You definitely don't want to be on this by yourself, because that's not really, you know, enjoyable, as you put it, enjoyable. It's not enjoyable when you're in it by yourself. When I was young, I think I would have enjoyed my Christian journey more if I had godly friends, you know. But it's not just about enjoy. The greatest joy should be pleasing the Father more than pleasing anybody else, because there are certain people that you come around and you can't be your Christian, holy, pure self around. That's not worth it. That's not enjoying. That's trying to be something you're not. So I would really give you the advice to pray intentionally for godly friends, and I will pray for you to have godly friends that you can enjoy life with. You guys can have parties, like hangouts in the house, where you can have Bible study, you can have discussions, what you think is right, what you think is wrong. You could go out, you could have godly and Christian fun, Like for me, what is fun is like maybe going on a retreat with a friend, or you know, signing up for a women's conference together, doing Bible study together, praying together, worshiping together, singing together. This is the kind of stuff I enjoy doing as a Christian girl. So enjoying life is like more about enjoying God. Does that make sense? Enjoy life, enjoy God. God has given you all the opportunities. You're not restricted to from anything except, like, you know, drunkenness and adultery, but any other thing is good to go. Just make sure it doesn't go against the will of God and the will of the Father, and don't try to be anything you're not just to please anybody else, because it's not worth it, sister. Question number 3. What's your biggest issue while waiting for your future husband? Oh, that's like a similar question, but what's your biggest issue while waiting? What was my biggest issue? Did I have an issue? My biggest issue, except from it feeling like God is taking too long, you know, like it can seem like God is taking too long. How do I explain this? When you look at the environment and the people who are around you, you know what you want, you know what you desire, and you see the people around you, nothing looks like it. If that makes sense to anybody. Like, I started to believe the lie, like, this man, Ashley, that you've been envisioning, nobody's perfect, nobody's gonna be like this, nobody's gonna be as prayerful as you want him to be. Yes, he will pray, but he will not be praying like you want him to pray, and he will not be, you know, looking like you want him to look, and he will not love God the way you will want him to love God. He will be like a ordinary Christian, a lukewarm Christian, you know, and people would tell you the lie, like, that's not gonna happen. You have too high expectations. You're gonna scare every guy off if that's what you want. You're never gonna find it who's worthy to be with Ashley. You know, like, that was becoming a big struggle for me. Besides the waiting, that especially in Hamburg, like all my Hamburg girls, the German girls, like, it's not so common to find a Christian guy here. So you know, it's not that simple as it sounds. Like, you know, just because people go to church doesn't mean they're on a spiritual level as you are, and I wanted somebody to be on my spiritual level. So and my biggest struggle was that I almost settled. That to put the question very simple, I almost settled for something that because I thought I couldn't have what I really desired. But look at God. Question number 4. How do I behave while I'm engaged with someone? I have a video about that where I said that we are engaged to Jesus. So the same way you would love Jesus and honor him through his absence right now, you will love and honor somebody while you are engaged. We are, as a church, a bride waiting for a bridegroom to come back for us as he promised. This is what we do, and our posture of waiting is not passively, but our posture of waiting is honoring our bridegroom. We honor him. It's always a narrow road to say, don't give boyfriend benefits to, like, don't give husband's benefits to a boyfriend. He's not my boyfriend. He never was. He's my man. Okay, that's my fiance. That how much do I cook? How much do I clean? How do I behave? Or do I then start sleeping with him? No, you don't. You know, you don't give privileges that are for a husband to somebody who's not your husband, but you honor him. To me, it is about honor and respect while I'm waiting for the day he makes me his bride. I want him to present me to the Father without blemish, spot, or wrinkle, as it says in the Bible. I want to help him honor me, so I honor him. The same way I would want him to treat me is how I treat him. He's not my husband yet, yes, but that doesn't mean that I am passively waiting, like, I'm not your wife yet, don't ask me for nothing, don't demand anything, don't make me do this or do that. No, I love him, I honor him, I respect him in our season of engagement the same way I did in our season of courtship, and the same way I will in our season of marriage, by the grace. Okay, question number 5. Do you think it's worth it having children in these last days? Like, when I first got this question, I was like, of course I want kids, guys. I'm like born to be a mother, okay? I've been wanting a child like all my life, and I can't wait to have babies. I always say, baby, when are your babies? I always want babies, you know, and I'm gonna have babies, but like, you guys, it's really hard out here, you know, like the children. I don't like last time I had this girl, I don't know if she was in puberty or whatever was going, what possessed her, but she was talking to her mother like, and I was thinking, I don't even want my child to ever think, to ever even have the idea that maybe I could talk to my mother like this, because they will not survive. Like, it's not gonna happen. You can't talk to me like that. But I think that it is a blessing, it is a great responsibility, and I always say it's not about being a perfect parent, it's about being a prayerful parent. So the same way I prayed for my future husband and he manifested in the physical, I'm going to pray for my future babies, and they're going to be children of God. They will soar higher, they will excel even in their school, they're going to be outstanding children in the school. Wherever they go, favor will go. Wherever they go, solutions will go. Wherever they go, blessings will go, because that's my babies, okay? My babies will be blessed. My babies will not be like the children of the world. My babies will honor their mother and their father. My children will honor God above all. My children will love the Lord and serve the Lord even from a young age, okay? They will speak life into dead situations. They will lay hands on the sick and they will be healed. Our children will speak in tongues. My husband has made sure that that's going to be their portion. Our children from a young age, it's about the foundation that you set, you know? And so I can't really wait. I can't wait to be a mama. I can't wait to be somebody's mama. Hi, I'm, you know, her mom. I think that's so cute. And I do want to have kids in these last days, even though I do understand that this is not a joke. If you don't pray, if you don't take care of your kids, you might as well dump your kids at the gates of hell and say, here, enemy, have them. Because from a young age, through media, through music, through other children, through the influences of the environment, children are corrupted. But it is our responsibility as godly parents to make sure that doesn't happen. And as you can tell, I'm ready to fight Satan over my kids, because the devil cannot have my babies. He cannot have my marriage, he cannot have my babies, he cannot have my family, he cannot have my destiny, he cannot have my calling. And as long as you are determined like this as a woman to do whatever it takes in the spiritual realm to protect what is yours, to protect what God trusts you with, you will not have a problem to be a mama. And I won't have a problem to be a mom. Yeah. So guys, these are all the questions I'm going to answer for today. They were all really like the same, engagement, marriage related, because, you know, that's the season that I'm probably in right now. But I would love to get more questions. You guys can ask me for more godly advice, ask for my opinion based on the scriptures, of course. I don't just say what I think would be right, you know. I would inquire of the Holy Spirit and I give you my answer. So let me know if you want to know anything more. DM me. I'm gonna do this once a month. Thank you for watching Ask Ashley, and I'll see you very soon on the Fabulous Life of a Church Girl. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to my channel in case you haven't already. Follow me on Instagram. Stay blessed, and I love you guys. Bye bye.
Praise, we give him all the honor. Give him all the honor. We give him all the honor. We give him all the. Give him all the honor. Nobody can love me like you do. Nobody could ever really love me like